church up in here? Can I get a amen? Can I get a well? One of the things that you need to learn how to do is to sell online and in real life. And this is a very pivotal, very profitable skill to develop that many people are afraid to put themselves out there. I will talk about some of the sales jobs I had. Used to work for Family Life. I don't even remember, but we used to sell final needs policies, or AKA burial policies. And my lesson that I learned here was never try to sell something that you're not excited about. And, I tried that, and it was door to door, and I had a mentor, and this is how you talk to the people. This is how you get them to write up the contract. They weren't overly expensive. It just, I couldn't get behind selling life insurance for people, burial policies. It just wasn't exciting to me. It really was a hard thing for me to push because I wasn't seriously loving it. I seriously wasn't on it. We've been business here for this Wi-Fi bread, the Wi-Fi bread. This was a long time before I got into the Wi-Fi bread. So the first thing that you need to do is to sell a product or service that you're excited about. There are some people who can make themselves do things they really don't care about. I'm not one of them. That was just really hard. So when I got into office furniture, which I thought was very sexy, I thought it was sexy to sell a granite top conference room table for $7,000. I thought it was sexy to sell Herman Miller Aeron chairs for $1,000 a piece. I thought it was sexy to sell some workstations. It was very much something I was excited to sell. And I did very well at it. I was able to move new furniture, used furniture. But for you, and if this is your first time here, this is Glendon Cameron, your hustling godfather, founder of Hustlers Kung Fu Life Skills, the place where you learn how to start a business before you pay for it. Two versions, the premium version and the basic version. So once again, you can go down there. Links are below. So how many of y'all know how to sell stuff that if you got dropped into a new city, like you parachuted in? Hold on a second. They dropped you from a plane, you parachuted in, you had $1,000 cash on you and just your hustle skills. How many of you could make it? I really want to know how many of you feel that you can make it, because Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, they bumping. They're bumping. You can move, and you put up their eBay and stuff. All right, Circuit Masters. What's up, Nolan Rice? It seems a little cloudy. I don't know what's up with that. But anywho, you could drop me into any major city by parachute, going down the wind, and I would be able to survive with $1,000. Let me tell you what I would do. First thing I would do is go to the hood and get me a room for the week, because you need a base of operations. Room for a week for $250, $300. So that would be part of the $1,000. And I would live on Craigslist free section, and I would find and flip stuff. Now, dropping me in the city in the parachute. I don't have a car. So I got to go to the library to use the internet. And I would be living in the library and I would have a place to sleep. I don't have a car. So I got to Uber to pick up stuff. So you've got cost. Will Melvin, you can make it with $500. Ben the bartender, if I could sell booze, I'll be cool. That's interesting. But I'm thinking about creating a sales challenge for people. I'm gonna probably do it for the group because the thing is, I have a lot of people who don't have a business, and that is one of the big problems. Is it's hard for you to share business knowledge when you don't have a business, and everyone's got to start somewhere. Everyone needs the beginning help, that helping hand, that ability to say, hey, this is what we're going to do. So part of this thing in sales, while you need to learn how to sell online, and selling online is very different than selling offline. Selling offline, you have the ability to talk to people, to influence them. Online, it's a picture, it's a podcast, it's a YouTube video. I will tell you how I sell online. I deploy content marketing. What I do is I make all of these videos and I have links to my products under the videos. And, someone will come here and they'll find the channel and they'll be like, I like his Kung Fu. And after watching 10 to 30 videos, they'll buy something. And from research, I know that people buy within the first 2 weeks of finding me. And this is how I make a living selling stuff online. Now, content marketing takes time. When I started this YouTube channel, I did not make a penny for 6.5 months. I was doing content marketing, putting content out, getting my name out, having people know who I was. And then when I released a product, it started to sell. Erica Nicole, New City, currently living that scenario. I'm good. Second month, this is my first. One neighbor still asked me if we found jobs just yet. I laughed. I said, I don't need one. I own the business. People with that job mentality don't understand business people. They really don't understand the drive, the ambition, the hustle. I mean, let's say, you go to a new city like Erica Nicole, and you out there getting this Wi-Fi bread. You can start a service business. Go to new city, spend $300, get you a room, throw an ad up on Craigslist. I do painting, I do haul offs, I do some type of service, and make cash money that day. Then, as they like to say in the hood, we go parlay that seed money into some more products or something. But that's funny, Erica Nicole, because if you parachuted me into any major city, I could make money. I could survive without using my credit cards, because, like I said, I would get me a room in the hood. I would live on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp. And when I say live, I would be on there 8 to 12 hours per day looking for stuff to flip. And one of the things that is, the flipping challenge, when you're selling a physical product, the physical product often will already sell itself. If someone's looking for the Zoom recorder and they've researched it, they know they need it, right? They see it, they just buy it because it's what they're looking for. So physical product sales are much easier when you have the right product. I used to hate it when I got a unit that was full of pretty, shiny, sexy merchandise because it would sell so quick. And then I would be out of it. I wouldn't have any more. Eric and Nicole, I already have 4 subcontractors ready to clean for me when I start my cleaning business here. I was trying to get this Wi-Fi bread and collect cash flow for my FL business. Yeah, because one of the things is you got to come out here and get it. And this is why learning how to sell is so important. You know, this video is not getting a lot of views because I'm talking about learning how to sell, which is a benchmark, which is a critical skill that you need as a business owner. You need to how to start a deal, negotiate a deal, manage a deal, and close a deal. And this is one of the things I learned from selling office furniture because it wasn't a quick deal. My office furniture deals were as short as 2 weeks up to 2 years of massaging a deal, connecting with people, staying in contact, emailing, wooing the customer. And that's why with, office furniture, you made that big money. $25,000, $50,000, $100,000, $200,000. Everybody got a check with 6 figures on it with their name, raise their hand. It's a good feeling. You go to the bank, you put your check in, the teller who was looking at you like you were a fraud, now looking at you like you Prince Charming. Ooh, what do you do, Mr. Cameron? They're real quick to address you with that, Mr. Cameron. They're real quick to come correct. Kyle son, you good with that forex trading? All right. Biggest check I ever got in my life was $350,000. One check. And I had a second check coming after that. So, I mean, it was just like my hands, my hands shook when I had that check. Most money I ever had in my life with my name on it. And money changes stuff. And this is why you need to learn how to sell. Because if you learn how to sell, you'll never be poor again. You'll never have an empty bank account, and you will always be able to raise money. Because let's say you're starting an investment group, you need to learn how to sell that. Starting the investing group, you got to say, hey, Grant Cardone Capital. He's like, hey, look, we're going to take your money. We're going to do this with it, and we're going to give you X returns. And then when we sell the property 10, 15 years later, after it's doubled in value, we're going to cut you some more checks. I know, Ben, it's the blues, man. I used to hate because I was like, man, this unit's so pretty, so nice. Put the stuff on Craigslist. It's flying out the warehouse. Shoom, 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 shoom. Then it's gone. And you like, all right, all I got is this booty stuff. All right, K-Son. All right, K-Son. You doing it. See, you're doing something that's very important. You're taking the courses and you're applying it in real life. That's how you get the most benefit. A lot of people just take courses to take courses. Because one of the things is, you should learn how to sell. This is a critical course that you, hold on. Let me go ahead and bring this up. I've got summer pricing in effect. The prices are going to go up for the fall. So you see anything, you need to just go ahead and jump on it. Because of my video this morning talking about getting ready for fourth quarter, putting out this stuff, making moves, making more, because you got to have stuff for people to buy if you want to sell. All right. So this ability is going to go away after. All right. So if you hadn't got this one, asking for the money, this is the selling course that I have. It'll take you through the process of how to sell. I don't even know why this is here. All right. Introduction to the most important part of sales, constructing an offer. The offer is a big part of what you sell. A digital introduction, revising your offer, developing a working base for your activity, exit times 20, the art of offering. Because essentially when you sell, and I'm going to put this link in the chat for the folks who want to be a better salesperson. Let me go ahead and drop this. Appliance boot camp could easily do it with less than $100. We'll buy $60 worth of hand tools and head to the closest laundromat or dry cleaner. We'll have 500 to 800 by end of the day. Appliance boot camp. All right. I see your hustle. Anthony Johnson, I'm almost done reading the Sales Bible by Jeffrey Gitmer. It's full of knowledge and tactics I've been applying. I'm going to take those tactics and apply them to Google Ads. The cool thing is that once you get this knowledge, you got to do what you're going to do is apply it to ads, because I'm getting ready to start running some funny ads. I'm going to take after, what's that guy's name? Billie Jean. I'm going to start running some dominant male ads, because it's going to be like, are you not feeling like you could be the man that you could be? Are you having problems with women? Are you having problems in life? Are you having problems in confidence? I got you. That's how I'm going to start doing it, because I'm getting ready to trick out a studio upstairs for those ads. So you got to take what you learn and apply it as quick as possible. Because people like knowledge. I got to have this knowledge. Knowledge applied could be a powerful thing. Knowledge never applied could be worthless. So one of the things that I got in my sales education was learning how to construct an offer. Typically, when you approach someone, and for you guys, if you learn how to sell in real life, you can get mad chicks. Selling is presenting a solution to a problem. What problems do chicks have? They're bored. I can solve your boredom problem, baby. They lonely. I can provide companionship. They're horny. I can give you the D all night long, like Lionel Richie. This once again, like how you write these ads, because typically with these dating sites, they don't give you a lot of room to maneuver. But I've been able to truncate that and get this action. Bang bus. See, one of the games, like over on the influence frame I was talking about, one of the reasons that so many guys have problems with chicks is they're not leading. Women are biologically programmed to follow strong men. That right there, I just told you something. If you have problems with chicks, I just told you the holy grail of information. because once you become a leader, you're not going to have a problem getting chicks. You know, I will tell you, this is a sales story. Sales story. I was living in the boarding house and I was on Love AOL. And I was like, I don't have no money. What can I offer these chicks? And this is what I would lead with. And I met Hot Tatty MD. The girl was a doctor. And I was like, I don't have any money, but I'm a good man. I can be a good companion. You know, and I said a few other things, and she bought what I was selling. And I was sitting there like, whoa. I'm in this boarding house and I could get a high caliber chick like that? What? I sold her on me. I wrote poetry. And I wrote her a few poems, and that got me in. She had a kid by an NFL player. It was very interesting. Anthony Johnson, I've been using these tips on my girl too. Better communication. I'm direct with it. I mean, once you learn how to sell, once you learn how to present and sequence is very, very important, because you can't do part C before you do A and B. And this is where a lot of people mess up, especially with women. Your first thing is you got to get her attention. Next thing, once you capture attention, that's your money moment. What you do next is so pivotal on how far you're going to get with this chick. And a big part of moving the dial with chicks is be beyond average. What's the average guy going to, what his conversation is going to be like? Oh, you look good. How you doing? How's the day? The weather. It's a lovely day outside. Me, I'm like, damn, you look good. I can't wait to bend you over and drill you. What did you say to me, Mr. Badman? I said, damn, you look good. I can't wait to bend you over and drill you. And see, once you say something bold and provocative like that, she keep talking to you, you in. Because typically when the woman is like, oh, I'm not interested. I remember one time I hit this girl, I plan on fucking you. And she said, I don't plan on fucking you, instantly. It was like, save me a lot of time. Christopher Isaac, what are your thoughts on direct mail industry for entrepreneurship? I'm going to say everything works depending upon the category. If you're selling to old people, actually that, when I had the house with a pool, I got a direct mail piece and I actually called that company to do some work for my pool. So direct mail can work for people who have a need for your service. Billboards still work. You go to California, YouTubers on billboards. Internet people using billboards. I want you to think about that. So, once again, as an entrepreneur, as a founder of a company, Michael Shanley, who founded Rent-A-Crate, was the best salesman we had. If you cannot be the best salesman of your own company, you could have some problems. You could have a situation. You could have critical components because Shanley was the best salesman. He knew how to teach sales. And this is something else. You could be a very good salesperson, but you don't know how to break it down into the components so your subordinates can follow your lead. That's one of the very big things that you need to do. Because I mean, I know when I do these live streams talking about sales, I don't get that many people. And y'all have got to understand that someone like Grant Cardone, Ty Lopez, they understand sales very well. You see that these guys are out front of their company. And you see these guys train up their staff. If they did not have the sales knowledge, they could not teach their staff, therefore multiply their money. So once you become good at sales, you need to be able to teach other people how to do it to multiply your money. So, once again, I'm going to say this. Everything works. It depends on how you work it. Billboards work. Radio advertising works. There's a company, I forget that advertises on the radio station. They've been running these ads for months. You think they're throwing away their money? Grateful Dental. And they got the bumping music. They get a lot of traffic from those ads. Marvin's Marketing Madness. Sales is the main artery for any business. You're so right. Yeah, and this is why you got people want to be influencers. More kids want to be YouTube stars than baseball players, astronauts, because they see them come on here and it's like, hey, this is Jenny with Jenny's Porcupines, and they look like they're having fun and they're making a lot of money. Your boy Rich bought my own semi truck for $5,500 cash, leased under a company right now. How do I maximize revenue? Been doing it for 10 months now. Your boy Rich, you got to get into the dispatch game. You got to get to dispatch where you can book loads with higher payloads, with higher payouts. That's how you work that game. Steve Jameson, Grant was saying that the best businessman doesn't always get the customer. The customer goes to the market leader who does the customer. No, I will agree with Grant. There are people here on YouTube and Facebook who don't even have my level of business acumen or experience, but they make way more money than me because they've done a better job of positioning themselves to the marketplace. Because first thing you got to get is attention. Unless you get attention, you can't sell nothing. And these people are very good at getting attention. Like I was talking about this. I'm thinking about getting a Porsche. Seriously. Because there's Richard Fain. He's got a Porsche and a Ferrari. His channel is growing very nicely because he starts off the video showing off the Porsche and the Ferrari. And he grabs that attention. Then he drops knowledge behind the attention because you can't do nothing without attention. And the young folks, if you ain't driving the Lambo, if you ain't living that Lambo life, they ain't trying to listen to you. They're like, I don't want to be average. I don't want to make some money. I don't want to live in a, they want the extraordinary. This is what they're looking for. And there's this group of men, Sales Talk Pros, I think, and they're talking about who's the better sales teacher, Grant Cardone or Jordan Bedford. And a lot of people were like Jefford straight line approach and stuff like that. But Grant is way more successful than Jordan. Grant is like way more successful than Jordan. And Grant didn't go to jail. Grant doesn't have a sordid past. So Richard Moore, get one to own one. I'm thinking about just getting one for the YouTube game. I've just seen it. It's like Alex Becker used the Lambo, Omni and the Hellcats using Lambo, Tall Guy Reviews is using the McLaren. I mean, it's just they get this attention and then they could drop knowledge behind the attention, and that's how the game's going. Because I'm thinking about a 911. So we will see. We will see. Richard Moore still have it. Manny Kerbushian, he has a garage full of hot cars. And part of salesmanship is gathering attention. Once you know how to gather and hold attention, man, so many things open up. Steve Jameson used toys as bait, watches and cars is what the rappers do. It's part of the reason Trump won the election. He was more entertaining. The mob is fickle. True. Christopher Isaac, he partnered with the right people. That's the missing key from most. Go a little deeper with that, Christopher, because partnering with people, and who are you talking about? You're talking about Grant? Because Jordan went to jail for fraud and defrauding people and taking people's money. And Grant has not done that. Grant has probably 70 to 80 million a year coming in for rent on property. Get the GT3 straight business expense. I'm thinking about it, man. I'm thinking about it. Oh, I think the dominant. Hey, calm down. I think the dominant man thing is going to take off once I get the right marketing behind it, because there's a huge market of men out there who don't have mentors, who don't have people who can guide them. They don't have people who are able to tap in. And, I mean, once I get rolling, because, that's the reason I started the Facebook page, because you got to start a Facebook page to advertise on Facebook. And I'm going to go with some LinkedIn stuff as well. But yeah, I think that's going to take off. He took an L public, Grant did. Yeah, that criminal thing, some people respect you when you go to jail, but you still got that sordid past. Like I got arrested for not renewing my business license, and that's why I have a mug shot online. And many people have tried, my haters, my dissenters, that's every time they just put up this mug shot with no explanation. And I will say it right now. To anyone that can prove I have a criminal history background, been to jail, I got 100K for you, 100 G's, because it didn't happen. And, fortunately, most of my fans know this, because I had a guy who bought his products, and his girlfriend, she was a hater. She was a hater. She was hating all day. She was just hating. Face looked like she was chewing a bunch of spiders. And she went found this mugshot. And the dude showed her the video where I talked about it, because that's it. And it just says failure to appear, because I didn't even know I had to renew a business license in the business that I had moved out of. And when I told the judge that, dismiss, get your money back, and leave a forwarding address. And I'm like, you fools had me in jail for 2 nights on some BS, because these counties are desperate for money. Rashida Ha, yes, they don't have dads. They came from a single parent home and need guidance from a mature man. Steve Jameson, the dominant male course is rehab for betas. That's funny. That's a good tagline. Rehab for betas. Marvin's Marketing. Any good salesman needs props to grab the attention of their target audience. When Grant was waiting on the tarmac for his new plane to come in with the t-shirt, "You can't fake a plane," that was baller status. Because essentially how he got the plane is he had $50 million sitting in checking accounts, and it was either pay taxes on that or spend the money. And he spent it on the plane. So he got himself a $50 million write-off. Because Grant uses the plane as a prop. much to Marvin's Marketing Madness, what he said. And, when I first started here on YouTube, I didn't use any props. I used to do all my videos against a plain white background. And now I'm kind of gotten into props. I'm in this $1 million house, which, you see me in various studios around the place. I've got like the sunroom studio over there. I got the main studio downstairs, and I do some stuff upstairs in one of the bedrooms. So I'm all over the place. But, salesmanship starts with, you got to have some kind of anchor. Like all of this, like wearing this pushes the brand. Hustlers Kung Fu. I got my own gear. So, disruptive male, the dominant male thing is doing very, very well. And a big part of this is the marketplace, because I got dudes dropping money on the dating course and stuff like that. Like they wouldn't do this for the business courses. It was funny. And with my salesmanship on the influence frame, I talk about my results. There was a lesbian here who was saying some stuff I didn't agree with, like essentially men hitting on her is the same as a man hitting on me. And I'm like, it ain't the same, because you got a coochie. And a lot of y'all experience, all the men here who've had sex with a lesbian raise their hand. I've had a few. I'm like, it ain't the same, because no dude's ever going to bend me over, because I don't go that way. Christopher, do you have any products or services that you market offline? Nope. I'm on this Wi-Fi bread, man. Let's get this Wi-Fi bread. Everything I do is internet driven. I haven't done offline stuff. Well, Craigslist is internet. I haven't done offline stuff since the upscale garage sale. And at this juncture, because I've built so much content, it doesn't make any sense for me to go out here and try to push offline product. Well, is there really truly any offline products anymore? Everybody needs a web presence. Everyone. So I don't even know if there is such a thing. Anthony Bowden, he got that lesbian good. All right. And this is one of the things, because, you approach a lesbian, there's a chance you could get in. So it's not the same as a man approaching another man. Because one of the things that used to burn my britches was I would put up these ads seeking for women, and I would get all these trans people and gay guys, and they would send me pictures like me seeing a picture of your hairy butt was going to turn me on. It was just like thumbs down, delete. I didn't even talk to them. It was pointless. And, I remember one ad that was very effective, and I would get, this trans was trying to sell me on boy stuff. Come get this boy coochie. I was like, ugh, that's so distasteful. You a dude. You a tall dude. You a manly dude. Ugh. And they would try, and it was interesting. So, it's very entertaining, because every day you're out here selling. You're selling your ideal to your boss. You're selling yourself to a chick. You're selling your image. On Facebook, I got blocked for the first time. Good Lord, 6 or 7, 8 years, because I was sitting there. There's this guy who's trying to give a dating advice, and he entertains beta cucks. This dude was like, I'm married, man. I dated my girlfriend for 3 years. We were poor, which prepared us for being poor the first 3 years of our marriage. And I'm just sitting there like, you had that struggle love, and I just don't believe in that struggle love. I believe every man should get himself together before he engages with a woman. But, this beta cuck stuff, he's like, he was like, Hugh Hefner's a bad example. He exploited women. So this man doesn't believe that women can be accountable. You know, all those women that Hugh Hefner signed consent and release forms, every last one of them. Do you consent to release a picture of your boobs on the internet? Yes. That's a decision that these women made. They weren't exploited. They chose to participate. Anthony Bolden lives must cooperate point blank. Yep. This fall, when the apparel line coming out, I need one of those hoodies. I'm going to start ramping that up next month. One of the things, because I'm getting ready to hire an assistant to help me with some of this stuff. Because I've got 2 people helping me with the groups, and I'm getting ready to hire some more folks. So we will be coming out with some apparel and t-shirts and some, because one of the things that I realized that I could turn Hustlers Kung Fu apparel into a brand by itself, but I need to get the right designs. I need to get the right look. And, you know, because part of this is branding, and branding goes a long way to help you learn how to sell. Goes a long way because, you know, market leaders, you know, I want people to know Hustlers Kung Fu, that's that business group. And when I can get enough people to know that the Hustler Kung Fu brand is about business, I'm winning. I'm winning. And one of the things you have to understand is the game, going to someone's point, that the market leader, Apple has been slipping for years, but everyone has an iPhone and they love those iPhones. And you go around the world and you see that little logo with the little bite out of it, you know what that is. Apple is a market leader, one of the first $1 trillion company. So you have all of that coming on. So there's going to be a lot more designs coming up and stuff. Because, you know, I like the Teespring thing. It's limited. It's very limited. But this fall, we're going to come out with some hoodies and some other stuff. All right. So for those of you who want to learn how to sell and more lessons, go below. And there's 2 versions of Hustlers H Undergrad. There's the premium version where you'll get 1 live event per month. And then there's the basic version. Essentially, I'm selling this to you like you buy a car. You get to drive the car before you pay for it, because you have access to all the courses for you to go through it. And as you're going through the courses, you should develop a way to make some money. So once you start making money, then the hustle that you develop is actually paying for the courses. So the courses are like free. All the links are below. I mean, once again, is there an offline? Is there anything such as an offline? Because, you know, there's these online tie-ins. But once again, get into H Undergrad, the links are below, and I will see you guys later.